going on, Arizona sports fan family? Thank you so very much for tuning back in. I really do appreciate it. And in this video, I wanted to talk about 2 days away from the NFL draft, and rumors are a-flying for our Arizona Cardinals. The latest rumors and speculations that are currently going on is if the top wide receivers are off the board, if all the top cornerbacks are off the board at number 16, the Arizona Cardinals can go Zaven Collins out of Tulsa. We're going to go ahead and dive into this deeper. Let's go ahead and roll that intro. Alright guys, welcome back in. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, I want to go ahead and specifically designate this video to talk about Zaven Collins. Now, I'm absolutely super excited right now. We are 2 days away from the NFL draft, and the Arizona Cardinals can go any which way. Now, when I first started the draft process and who the Arizona Cardinals need, what are our needs, I came down to 3 different positions. I went ahead and said the cornerback position. I also went ahead and said the guard position, and I also went ahead and said wide receiver as well. Now, if you really take a look at this roster right now, I think the Arizona Cardinals could really benefit any which way. Yes, we went ahead and got some needs in free agency, but it's giving us needs for a 2-year window. What happens after this 2-year window? I would love the Arizona Cardinals to really get some young talent for the future that we don't have to pay big money for 3 to 4 years, just depending on what round we ended up getting them. So that's exactly how I want this Arizona Cardinals team to be built out. So obviously right now, the latest speculation and rumor for our Arizona Cardinals is if the top wide receivers are off the board, if all the top cornerbacks are off the board, the Arizona Cardinals can go Zaven Collins out of Tulsa, linebacker. Now, when I really thought about it in the beginning, I was like, oh, we don't need him, blah, 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 blah. But like I mentioned a little earlier, the Arizona Cardinals can benefit with any which way. Take a look at our linebacking core, at least the starting position right now. Last year we had, Devondre Campbell and we had Jordan Hicks. This year, Devondre Campbell is no longer going to be there. So what's going to happen is going to be the fact that Isaiah Simmons is going to slot in for that weak inside linebacking spot. The other side is going to be Jordan Hicks. Still love the guy. I think he's definitely still dynamite, but you can obviously tell he has lost a step. He's getting up there in age. He's slower. He's not shooting the gaps all that as explosively as he used to, but that's kind of where we're at right now. A lot of, talking heads, a lot of national people are out there, and people that kind of, start the buzz or know a little bit about the inside information is saying Zaven Collins can be that pick at number 16. Now, we take a look at Zaven Collins' measurables. He's a linebacker out of Tulsa. He's 6'4", 260 pounds. Now, of course, I do my due diligence here, and I go to YouTube, and I start looking up some highlights. Now, keep this in mind. Highlights are going to make anybody look like a superstar. It's a highlight tape. It's a highlight reel. So take that with a grain of salt, but I did like what I've seen from Zaven Collins. Now, we also went ahead and looked at the pro day information. Now, he ran a 4.67 40. That's awesome. That's awesome, especially for somebody 6'4", 260 pounds. This is a very, very big guy that's going to be able to run up and down the field, shoot the gap, stop the run, all that different stuff. Now, we also needed that help last year, so it doesn't seem like a bad option for the Arizona Cardinals to go this route. In terms of his broad jump, he jumped 10 feet and 2 inches, I believe it was. And in terms of his vertical jump, he had 35 inches. So definitely somebody that's going to be able to jump up and get some interceptions, maybe Russell Wilson, Matthew Stafford, or Jimmy Garoppolo, whoever's going to be the quarterback for the 49ers guys. So let's take a look at the different options of Zaven Collins. This guy can be maybe not a starter all the way, but if we really give him a fair training camp, a really fair chance to win this position, he very well beat out Jordan Hicks in my opinion. He's young, he's hungry, he's quick, he's tall, he's basically able to go ahead and do all the things that Jordan Hicks was able to do at one point. But I do think that the Arizona Cardinals will favor veterans, and they're probably going to go ahead and have Jordan Hicks be a starter. It's just what happens in football. Unless something happens, an injury, or he really messes up that bad, we probably won't see Zaven Collins. And that's one thing that it leads me to concern of I want my first round pick to be an automatic starter, like a bona fide starter. And that's one thing that concerns me about Zaven Collins is because we do have our 2 positions already in place. We might not see a Zaven Collins, for the first few games, and that made a lot of fans upset last year with Isaiah Simmons not playing until the 7th or 8th game, and we're going to be running into that same situation. So I like the idea of Zaven Collins. If we do end up going that route, I'd love the Arizona Cardinals to trade back, maybe the 19th overall or the 20th overall, but it really just depends if there's still quarterback on the board. I've said it many different times, if maybe a Mac Jones or Justin Fields ends up falling, there's two teams that can really benefit from, coming up and trying to get their quarterback. Chicago Bears as well as the Washington football team. Yes, they have Ryan Fitzpatrick, but Fitzpatrick is not the future for this Washington football team. He's a bridge quarterback more than anything. So, yes, I would love to get Zaven Collins. Is 16 a little too high in my opinion? Probably, but we never know with the draft, man. If that's their guy, like if this is who they want, if all the cornerbacks are gone, if all the wide receivers are gone, at least the top names, then I can see the Arizona Cardinals pulling the trigger and get Zaven Collins out of Tulsa, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to smash the like button, and if you're new, please consider subscribing to the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'm out.